everyone. I'm Shawna Jackson at Global News Houston. I am founder of Global News Houston. It is a platform that creates a opportunity for the local market here in Houston as well as the global market to have dialogue together in a way where we can create emerging markets. And what that means is emerging markets is a great platform just like this today, where women are networking and doing business together or have businesses. We can't have a local business unless we create a platform for globalization. There are so many opportunities for women to globalize and take what we're doing out into their countries or into their communities globally, but stay right here in Houston. Journalism and journaling all that information where dialogue is concerned, we are leveraging platforms for women to advance their markets, not just locally here in Houston, but globally as well. That's so important. And when women create that value, they are changing the voices because women really are the voice of many, many communities, particularly in business. Global News Houston has been around for about 5 years. It was the initiative, having worked in the federal government for 12 years, entertaining and hosting platforms between U.S. Embassy and my employer, the United States Federal Aviation Administration, seeing how Houston has become more global than the most powerful global city, I think, in the country right now, and that's growing as fast as we are, is Houston. And if you have a local business, you've got global competition. There is no way you can have a business and not have global competition. Sitting in a radio station where I was the news anchor and weekend on-air personality, I realized that news is not being captured on a global market. But being able to leverage that, my clients are anywhere from SBA, the airport system, any international platform. We have global attorneys, but we also have the local market as well, and companies that you might be well aware of, including, companies that many of us have used before. Our demographics are women between the ages of 35 and 60, as well as men. They're executives, they are the decision makers. So how is it that we can leverage your story and prepare you to get into a competitive global market? You can't stay local. And it's not a city that is not going to stop growing. Your local business, your local being and your local brand has to be competitively leveraged in the global market. So if you're looking to have video, if you're looking to have the journalism piece or the dialogue, we can help you out with that. Yes, I am. And I came a part of the organization by way of Washington, D.C. when I lived in New Jersey. It is the NAB is one of the organizations that's been around for years and years. Not here in Houston, but certainly one of the ones that is here and well known in our country. That's a great question. I think with the competition of men and women in the workforce, we look at how women are paid versus how men are being paid in corporate America. So when we take that and put that whole entire attribute to the side and create a reality of women in business, we have a more level playing field. Because a woman who is in entrepreneurship can create her worth more readily because she now has a skill set that she has left corporate America from and now is placing it into a business of her own. Or even if she had not left corporate America, but I think it's the reality of being paid her worth. Absolutely. I'll give you a perfect example. Kathy Hughes, the owner of Radio One, did that perfectly. And she is the only African American woman that has leveraged entrepreneurial skill sets, creating multiple opportunities for men, for women, all creeds, all colors, focusing on the Black community. And there's always an opportunity for someone to be employed at Radio One. One, she is someone that earns contracts. She earns contracts, minority contracts. She can actually leverage that contract and recruit that skills by African American men. African American men are as essential as black women in the workforce, creating and strengthening economies. Yeah, well, and we can look at that, and there are so many issues with the judicial system. So if we're talking about the economics of black families, a husband, a wife, and children, then the prerequisites are what created the economic tilt, and the economic tilt did occur in the black family due to politics and the judicial system. So now we're talking about a numbers game. Yeah, so now we have a number of black men who are incarcerated more than your average black woman. You have a white workforce who's looking at the skill sets of a minority. And unfortunately, black women count as two minorities. One, she's minority, and two, she's black. And that has been in the system for over 20 years, unfortunately. So when we look at that, it is the seed that got us to where we are today and how we were able to maneuver through that. And it's no fault of any black woman that she outnumbers any black man based on that statistic. And that's a fact. If you take a look at our website, it's really uniquely created to show where we've been, the stories we've written, and if you have a story, go to www.shawnajblog.com. It's shawnajblog.com, and Shawna is SHAWNA, the letter J, blog.com. And you can also find me anywhere on Facebook at Shawna J, the Voice of Houston. I think we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn as Global News Houston. We're on Twitter, we're everywhere. But just remember, Global News Houston, and Global News Houston is one of those platforms that we come to, where we come to you and write your story in a global market. Or if you're global, we will come and write a story about your global being or presence here in the local market, and we share that platform to create stronger dialogue between local and global markets. It was a pleasure, y'all.